Hi, I'm Eric. Today I've got this Ram truck in the bay so I can show you how easy it is to add the convenience of remote start to your truck with StartX. This kit is compatible with 2013 to 2017 Ram trucks. It does require a PC for programming as part of the installation process. We're confident that with a few basic tools, you can complete this upgrade in the comfort of your own garage in about 1 hour. Let's take a look at what's included in the box. We have our remote start module, the USB programmer for our PC, two vehicle connection harnesses, a pry tool, a warning sticker that lets people know our truck is equipped with a remote starter, and the instruction manual. Let's take a look at the tools we're going to use on today's install, other than a PC to program the module. We're also going to need a ratchet with a 10mm socket so we can disconnect the vehicle's negative battery terminal, a drill with a 7mm socket, a pry tool, and some wire cutters. This kit includes two vehicle-specific connection harnesses. Let's take a closer look at what's in their packaging. First, we'll take a look at the ignition harness. This little T plugs in behind the ignition, which is where our key plugs into the dash. We have a few connectors here for the remote start module. And we have a single white CAN bus connector, which will connect into the plug on our other harness. This harness does come with some zip ties. Our secondary harness is an OBD2 T-harness. We're going to remove the factory OBD2 connector from its location, plug it in here, and plug this in the factory location. Then we're going to connect this CAN bus harness with this CAN bus connector, joining our two harnesses like so. This harness also includes some zip ties, which we can use to secure the module and the wiring up under the dash away from the driver's feet. And now we'll take a closer look at our USB programming module. We have two parts in here. We have the module that connects to our computer's USB port, and our programming cable, which has a larger end and a smaller end. The larger end plugs into the end of the programming module like this. The smaller plug is going to plug into our module for programming. Before we begin our installation, we're going to disconnect the vehicle's negative battery terminal. Typically, this requires a ratchet with a 10mm socket. Your vehicle may require a different size socket. Loosen the bolt, then slide the connector off. It may help to wiggle it while removing it. Be sure the cable is away from the terminal. Begin by removing the two 7mm bolts at the bottom of the dash panel below the steering column. Now we can pull this panel toward the rear of the truck to release the clips on the back. Then we can lower the panel to the floor. This gives us access to the connections we need to make inside the dash. Reaching up behind the ignition switch, we can feel a 7-pin connector. Press the latch tab on the right side and pull the connector down to release it. This is the ignition T-harness. Plug the OEM connector into the female connector on the T-harness. Then plug the male connector from the other end into the OEM location, with the latch tab on the right side toward the center of the vehicle. This harness has several connectors near each other. Those are for the remote start module. The single white connector here is our CAN bus connector. Locate the OBD2 T-harness. It's populated with a mating connector. Plug the single white CAN bus connector here, joining the two harnesses. Now we want to install this T-harness in line with the OBD2 port. Using a pry tool, press the latch tab on each side of the connector toward the connector. While pressing on the front of the connector, this will allow us to pop it out of the mounting bracket. Then we can plug it into the female connector on the T-harness. You can use a supplied zip tie around the two connectors if you'd like. Then snap the male connector into the OEM location. These remaining connectors are for the remote start module. Now, before we can begin programming the module, we need to reconnect the vehicle's negative battery terminal. Now let's program the module. Press and hold the programming button. While still holding the programming button, plug in the black connector into the module. Keep holding the button until the red LED flashes. Now the module is reset, so we can release the programming button. Plug in the remaining connectors into the module. Close the driver's side door. Then reopen the driver's door. Press unlock on the OEM remote until the LED flashes green. You may have to press unlock multiple times. If it doesn't flash, restart the process and try again. Insert the key and turn it to the on/run position. Wait for the red LED to illuminate solid. Then turn the truck off and remove the key. Reinsert the key again and turn it to the on/run position. Wait for the LED to flash green. Now turn the truck off and remove the key. Disconnect all the connectors from the module, disconnecting the black connector last. Take the module to the computer. Before we can flash the module with the PC app, we need to create an account so we can log in. On your PC, visit weblinkupdater.com and create an account. You'll also need to download the WebLink desktop software. Downloads are available for Mac and PC. Download and install the app, following the prompts on screen. Agree to the terms and click Next. Click Next and Install. Continue clicking Next and I agree until ultimately clicking Finish to complete the installation. Create an account. You'll receive an email. Access that email to complete the registration process. Locate the USB programmer and its cable. First, let's connect the USB programmer and the cable. The cable has two ends. One is larger than the other. The larger end plugs into the end of the USB programmer. Connect the smaller plug into the remote start module. Connect the USB cable into a port on your computer. Run the WebLink desktop app. Click the icon labeled WebLink RS. The app should recognize your module. If not, check your connections and click Try Again. Now click the button labeled Start Extended Programming. Then click the button labeled Continue Extended Programming. Please wait patiently. Sometimes this process takes a little while. When the status bar reaches 100%, we will get a pop-up. Only after we see Flash completed successfully should we click OK. Then disconnect the module from the computer and the cables. Now we can bring the module back to the truck and reconnect all the harnesses. Insert the key and turn it to the on/run position. Wait for the green LED to illuminate solid for 2 seconds. Then turn the key to the off position. Now turn it to the start position. Then finally turn the key off and remove it. The module is now successfully programmed. Now we can use the supplied zip ties to secure the module and the wiring up behind the dash. We can join these two harnesses with a zip tie and trim the excess off the zip tie to keep things tidy. Bundle all the excess wiring into a small bunch and secure it with some of the supplied zip ties. We can pass a zip tie through the end of the module and attach it to the factory wiring. We just want to make sure things are up behind the dash, away from any moving parts. Now we can reassemble the vehicle. Reinstall the plastic trim panel by aligning the clips and pressing it forward into position. Now finally we can reinstall the two 7mm bolts at the bottom of this panel. And that completes the installation of our StartX remote starter and our Ram truck. Now we simply press lock 3 times on the factory key fob and we can remote start our truck. We hope you found this video helpful. Thanks for watching.